in the world. I did some researches for you guys. You know, in Africa, I found that 1 to 5,000 people are found being affected. And in America and Europe, 1 out of 15,000 are found being affected. It's just a small amount of people who are affected with albinism. But let's come in Africa. How many of these people are supposed to lose their lives when elections are taking places? How many of these people are being murdered just because of their color? You know, just because they were born the way they are. And I'm just here to remind you that they have never chosen to be so. They never decided to come out with that disorder. That's albinism. In Tanzania, people with albinism were forced to run their countries, to be refugees in their countries, their own countries, just because they are albinism. In my country, Congo, most of albinism in the east of the country ran and went in Uganda to live in camps just because they are albinism. Not war. They never run guns, they never run the way people are running everywhere, just because they were searched. People believe the way they want to believe, and these people are forced to leave their families. These people are forced to leave their communities and live where they are not supposed to live. Did you imagine being a refugee in your own country? Look at me, don't cry. Can you imagine being born differently, just the way these people were born differently? I know you can ask me, how am I feeling it? How am I doing it? I'm so motivated doing it. Do I have anyone in my family? Am I? You know, you may ask you several questions over this. But let me tell you this. I was once in the camp and I lived with these people with albinism. I know what it is living with albinism. I have been in my community, I've been home with this. You know, I've been with friends having it. You know what they could say? You guys, we can't share a bus with you because the people next to you, the guys next to you are looking badly to us. They're giving us a bad look. You know, and I saw one time a pregnant woman crashing, you know, onto her chest like this, meaning that she couldn't have a kid with albinism. In front of that guy with albinism, he could live with that traumatism. You see, it's so hard in Africa, people to accept it. It's so hard, people to be hidden. In America, there is white people. In Europe, there is white people, and these people are somehow confused in them. So they are not so much identified and being known being so. But in Africa, where most of the people are black like me, and they are pointed, you know, you can pass, you can do everything, and everyone knows that you are an albino. They don't have that courage, most of them, to share what they really feel. They don't have that power, you know, to share the voice for others. That's why I, being black, knowing what really these people are living, the struggle they are doing in, I choose to do what I'm doing. In most of my videos, I do present myself being a young motivator, being a student at the University of Lubumbashi, and I am an activist of the rights of people with albinism. I choose to stand with them. I choose to share all of my voice, all of my experience, all what I can have to motivate these people with albinism. so that they may accept themselves and stand, give everything. I remember his death, the guy who has just left us, Joseph Tona from Tanzania. He died from a car accident. And I can imagine, maybe it's because this guy couldn't see clearly. That's why he was found accidentally hit by a car. And Tona left a family, left a wife. Tona left kids. You can imagine the way these people are living their families. We in Lubumbashi right now, tomorrow, we are burying another guy who has just left us because he couldn't afford $2,000. Can you imagine, guy, to do his operation? And he died, he lost his life of cancer. Skin cancer is taking how many of these people in the world? These people are really struggling. And I know, June, if you didn't know, it's an awareness month of albinism. I'm trying to bring you in that spirit where you can share a smile. You can call someone that you know with albinism. You can call someone who was born differently. You can call your family member, the one you ignored. That people you didn't know that they really feel bad when you show that ignorance unto them. The people we didn't care of. You can call them. You can create a simple smile so that they may live happily. I really want to end with this. I'm feeling comfortable talking about people with albinism without being one. In the world,